Search for the word Pomelli and you get some pretty weird results. Let's clear things up.
Yeah, if you've searched for Pomelli recently, you're probably a bit confused.
First up, you might find this guy, a distinguished law professor in Bologna, Italy. Or maybe it's the Italian word for furniture knobs. There are thousands of them on Etsy. Or is it this brand new AI tool from Google that everyone's talking about?
Okay, let's be real. You're probably here for the AI, so let's dive in.
So what is it? Think of Pomelli as your own personal AI marketing assistant. Its whole job is to solve one huge headache for small businesses: brand consistency. And it's pretty simple. It just analyzes your website to learn all about your brand. This creates what Google calls your business DNA. It's basically your brand's unique profile. It pulls everything: your colors, your fonts, even your brand's unique tone of voice. This DNA profile then becomes the blueprint for every piece of marketing it creates. And what's wild is it can generate entire campaigns for you with just one click. A feature called Photo Shoot even turns your basic product pics into pro-level shots. Okay, but before you get too excited, there are a few catches you should know about. Right now, it's a free experiment, but it's only in English and just a few countries. So how does it stack up against something you might already use, like Canva? Well, Pomelli is all about automation. It does the brand setup for you, saving tons of time. Okay, but why is this such a big deal for small businesses specifically? Well, for one thing, a consistent brand can actually boost your revenue by up to 23%. And we're seeing more and more small businesses jumping on AI to get an edge. Tools, you ever go to search for something online and find out the word you're looking for means like 3 completely different things? Well, today we're diving into one of those words, Pomelli, because depending on who you are, it could be a person, an object, or some really slick new technology. So first up, maybe when you search for Pomelli, you're actually looking for a person, and a pretty accomplished one at that, a lawyer and academic. Or, maybe you're in the middle of a home DIY project and you're searching for some very specific, kind of stylish hardware. And then there's the third option. If you're anywhere near the world of tech or a small business, you've probably heard the buzz about a brand new AI tool from Google, also called Pomelli. Okay, so what's the deal? Let's untangle this whole thing and solve the Pomelli puzzle together. By the time we're done here, you'll know exactly which is which. So here's our game plan. We'll start with the puzzle itself. Then we're going to break down each of the 3 meanings: the man, the object, and the tech. We'll dig into what this AI could mean for small businesses, and then we'll wrap it all up so it's crystal clear. Honestly, this whole Pomelli confusion is a perfect snapshot of how the internet works, right? You've got totally separate worlds: academia, e-commerce, and big tech, all colliding over the same word. It's no wonder it's a bit of a mystery. So let's start by clearing up that first identity. Yes, Pomelli can be a person, and a pretty distinguished one, actually. So, meet Alessandro Pomelli. This guy is an attorney in both Italy and New York. He's a full professor of commercial law with a PhD from Bocconi and a Master of Laws from Columbia. We're talking a serious expert in corporate and financial law. So, if you ended up here from a search related to international law, this is the Pomelli you were looking for. All right, let's switch gears completely and tackle the second meaning. We're leaving the courtroom behind and heading into something way more hands-on, something you could find on Etsy. So if you type Pomelli into a search bar, you're going to see a ton of results for Pomelli per mobili, and all that means is furniture knobs in Italian. Simple as that. Think drawer pulls, cabinet handles, that kind of decorative hardware. It's a completely different universe, but a super common search result. And that brings us to door number 3. This is the newest and, for a lot of us, the most exciting identity for Pomelli. It comes straight out of Google Labs, and it's aimed right at small businesses and digital marketers. At the heart of Google's Pomelli is this really cool idea it calls business DNA. Basically, you just give it your website's address, the AI then crawls your entire site and figures out your brand's unique vibe. We're talking your colors, your fonts, your tone of voice, everything. It creates an automated brand guide just for you. The way it works is designed to be ridiculously easy. You pop in your website URL, the AI does its thing and builds that business DNA profile, and then boom, it starts spitting out marketing stuff for you. Social posts, ad banners, you name it. And it's all perfectly on brand. You can then go in, make a few tweaks, and download what you need. And some of the features are genuinely powerful. Like this photo shoot feature can take a boring photo of your product and just turn it into a pro-level shot. It can also animate your ads and even create super targeted campaigns just by looking at a single product page on your site. Pretty wild. So we know what it is, but now for the big question. Why does this actually matter? Is this tool really going to be a game changer for small businesses? Well, this is where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about money. There's data that shows a consistent brand presence can boost revenue by up to 23%. That is a huge number. And it gets right to the heart of the problem Pomelli is trying to solve, helping those smaller businesses, the ones without a huge marketing team, get that pro-level consistency automatically. So you might be thinking, how is this any different from something like Canva? And that's a great question. The biggest difference is the starting point. With Canva, you pick a template, and then you manually make it fit your brand. With Pomelli, the AI figures out your brand first, and then it generates the content for you. It's all about automating that consistency from the get-go. And this headline just says it all, doesn't it? It perfectly captures the kind of disruptive potential people are seeing in this. When Pomelli was launched in India, headlines just like this one immediately started popping up, questioning what this means for the traditional advertising world. And you have to realize Pomelli is landing in a market that is more than ready for it. Just look at these numbers. AI use among U.S. small businesses practically doubled in a single year, jumping from 23% to 40%. The appetite for tools like this is absolutely exploding. But, of course, we've got to be realistic. This isn't a silver bullet just yet. For one, it's still a Google Labs project, which means its future isn't set in stone. It's only available in a few places. And look, it still needs a human to look over everything it makes and give it the final okay. Okay, so let's put it all together. Let's make sure that when you leave here, the 3 different identities of Pomelli are perfectly, totally clear. And here it